there was anybody that could walk around with the title of legend in rock and roll, I don't mean to... It is you. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, that's because I've been around. It seems like so long, you know, but, you know, I think anybody, when they get past a certain age, is entitled to that title, you know, I mean, you just to make it through, all you have to make it through your title. Everybody is actually legendary in their own kind of way. You're legendary to many people, I'm sure. But it feels, you know, I don't know. It's something you can taste or smell. It usually has to do more with other people than your own self. From my experience.
Does that affect your everyday life?
You mean to walk down the street knowing you're a living legend? Oh yeah, sometimes I guess. I don't know.
What about from your point of view? When you think of who you're impressed by, is there anybody in rock and roll that you consider legendary?
No, just the people that have gone on, you know.
That's okay. Like who?
Well, the people that I've known that I consider legendary. Well, all the early rock and roll people, you know, who aren't around anymore. Buddy Holly or Gene Vincent. Buddy Guthrie is legendary. A lot of people that you don't have too much information about are really legendary. Somebody like Robert Johnson would be more all legendary. Jimi Hendrix is legendary. But if people sense that you've come through a certain heat and are still, you know, functioning in a semi-coherent type of way, I'm sure they'll treat you as a legendary figure. But if you go to buy a loaf of bread or you go into a restaurant to order a meal and the check comes, you know, and you say, hey, wait a minute, I'm a legendary person here. This is not for me. They don't buy that.
Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, I've tried that a few times. No, I didn't tell them I was legendary. I'd say, I'll sign the check. I just know I'm a little short of cash at the moment. Is it okay if I just sign it? Yeah, people don't want to hear that.
It's like in the back of the dishes. Pretty.
Yeah, something like that.
Being that this is for MTV, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about videos. For instance, your history in videos is actually pretty far. In fact, for Subterranean Homesick Blues, that clip was probably one of the first.
I think so. Well, yeah, but you know, the first videos were the movies they used to make. You know, Little Richard, Girl Can't Help It, my favorite videos are the Gene Vincent videos when he performed in the movies. He was in the Girl Can't Help It. He also made a couple other ones, and they're very dynamic videos. You could play them today, and they would be far superior to most of the stuff that they're playing on time. I seem to recall a lot of that in the late 50s. I saw some movies which had some performance in it. Johnny Cash once made a video. It's not a big... What is a video? A video is just lip-syncing to a record. That's all it is, I think. I mean, we call them videos, right? But you're just lip-syncing to a record. Or even a piece of film now is a video. So what's a video? I'm not quite sure I know what a video is, except the market for video the market is new, but the form has always been there. Yeah, they did Subterranean Homesick Blues as a video. I don't know if it was a video. We didn't think of it as a video at the time. We just needed a piece of film to go at the beginning of a movie.
But now videos as a promotional tool and as an entity.
They're very important, yeah. I mean, it's hard to think of people who don't have videos, isn't it?
How do you think your music lends itself to videos?
I think it lends itself great to videos. I haven't found anybody to direct a real good video. I wanted to do a video of Neighborhood Bully, and I had an idea. I thought it would have been great, but now it's too late. you know, because it's on that last record. But I mean, if you're working all the time, you know, and your mind is just completely focused on so-called, you know, career aspect of things, well, then you're going to be doing all that stuff. You know, you're going to be compiling. You're just going to be taking advantage of every aspect of the game, and I just for me to make records and play live shows seems to be enough that I really want to do. I don't really want to get involved in taking charge and making a video. We did that movie, Ronaldo and Clara, and that was enough for me. I don't like to be the head of, you know, ordering people around, telling them what to do, and it's too much energy, you know.
It seems, because of your film background, that it would be natural for you.
Oh yeah,
to direct
I'd love to do it. We haven't, like I said, we wanted to do Neighborhood Bully, but trying to explain it to somebody what you see and then draw up storyboards. I haven't found anybody that really thinks a certain way that needs to be, you know, that like the German filmmakers or the English filmmakers. I mean, in the States, they just don't have people like that. They just don't exist. They don't. Their education doesn't train them for that sort of thing. To think, you know, what they do is you get told what to think. Here's what to think. When you're doing something, it's like, here's what you're supposed to think about that. But you don't ever learn the process of how to think. You know what I mean? Or what you can do to be different, or how to expand things. This is what I think. This is my own humble opinion.
Well, if you haven't found somebody to do it, why don't you do it yourself?
I don't want to do it myself. It's too hard.
Let me talk about Joker Man a little bit. How do you think that translated the song?
I only saw that one time, and I don't even want to talk about that video. You know, there's nothing I really want to discuss.
Well, okay, then let me ask you in general. You have a song, either Joker Man or Sweetheart Like You, or Neighborhood Bully that you're about to do. How do you approach visualizing the imagery in the songs?
Well, Neighborhood Bully could have been. I visualized Neighborhood Bully. I wanted to find. We had a couple of guys cast for Neighborhood Bully. One is this guy, this wrestler. I forget his name. Jerry Blackwell. He's a wrestler. Comes out of the Midwest. He would have been great as a Neighborhood Bully. And there were certain segments which I just wrote down one night, which I thought would look great on film, and it would be like a Fassbinder movie. Have you ever seen his movies? Something of that nature. But
what? I'm sorry. What? I've never have. What kind of nature do you mean?
well, it's hard to explain. It's like somebody saying, "What's that song about?" I mean, you know, it's not about. That's what it's about. Have you heard the song? Yeah, I've heard the song. Well, what's it about? Well, have you heard it? Yeah, I've heard it. Well, that's what it's about. It's about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you referred to Fassbinder as like a style. I don't know what
yeah.
that means.
Well, he had, for me, I think he had about 3 different styles. He had a style he started out with, then he had a middle style, then he had his gospel period, and you know, and his blue period, but then he went electric.
I want to talk a little bit about the album. Finish the video for now. The sound on Infidels that you got with Mark Knopfler is a little different than a lot of your past albums, and you took more takes, it's overdubs, use the dub